This just in. The Browns hold off the Bengals 35-30, but Burrow had quite the good night. He threw the ball 61 times and picked up over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in Thursday night's game. Burrow finished 37 of 61 for 316 yards total, however, was sacked 3 times. There was a snap fumbled but recovered by Burrow after he was trying to call for a timeout. But after that awkward moment, overall, a great night for Burrow. Baker Mayfield completed 16 of 23 passes for 219 yards with 1 interception and 2 touchdowns. He spread the ball pretty well to 8 different receivers and the 2 TDs. So, the Browns' Nick Chubb, yeah, he had 2 TDs. Oh, and 124 yards total rushing, while Kareem Hunt for the Browns, the other running back, had a 1 touchdown performance with 86 yards to add to it. Overall rushing, just between those two, 215 yards total rushing for the Browns last night, Thursday night's game. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., 4 receptions for the Browns, 74 yards and 1 touchdown. Jarvis Landry had 3 receptions for 46 yards. Joe Mixon, the running back for the Bengals, had only 46 rushing yards. That hurt the Bengals, therefore they had to pass more, 61 times total in the game. And, the lack of running will force you to have to throw. But Boyd had a good game. He had 7 receptions for 72 yards and 1 touchdown. And Mixon caught the ball out of the backfield himself, 4 receptions for 40 yards as well. I mean, he was used besides those 40 yards, so 80 yards total or so from Mixon. T. Higgins and A.J. Green had a few receptions as well for the Bengals. But throwing 61 times every week is not the game plan that the Bengals want to have to use every week. So, they have to run the ball. They have to be able to run the ball with Mixon or somebody, at least. And also, the Bengals defense let up 35 points, so they need to help Joe Burrow out as well. The run game and the defense. I mean, you gotta be able to say where was all the weaknesses. It wasn't, it was all on, it felt like Burrow's shoulders. And, when it came down to it, he had a good game. But the run game and the defense could have helped him. Why did the Browns win? That old line. You got to give them credit. The Browns' offensive line kept Mayfield clean. They had a great rushing attack. The Bengals got sacked. Joe Burrow got sacked a few times, while Baker not so much. And also because, yes, the run game for the Browns was very effective. And because Mayfield was able to be kept up and clean, he was able to throw the ball very, very effectively. And job well done by Mayfield. There was a pass down to Odell Beckham Jr. that was just like, all right, this is what we've been expecting out of this offense. And it's happening for them. You get the question now. So a question arises, right? Who's going to have the better career? Who's the better quarterback? Is it Mayfield? Is it Burrow? Does the question go deeper than that? Who's going to have the better, team? Right now it feels like Mayfield. And that's going to help him, right? They're going to help him have a good year at least. But as far as longevity, I guess when you look at the game, there's a lot of people who think Burrow is already better than Mayfield, or will be. In my heart of hearts, I think right now Mayfield's got the better setup. He's got the run game. He's got the defense. He's had a hard time so far. I mean, he's got so many changes every season that's happening offensively with the system and the coaches. And so for him to have something that's really working, that's really clicking, at least for now, that's good for Baker. I think it's something that the Bengals need to work on as far as camaraderie and team and overall. You can't put everything on Joe Burrow. It almost reminds me of the Dan Marino days. Never had the good run game, or never just really wanted to because he wanted to pass more. I don't know, because he's such a good quarterback, you think you can pass with him, and you force that a little bit too much, and then you don't have what you need sometimes in a run game or a defense who, you could trust a little bit more in to keep you in games, and you're putting so much into one guy. Really, it's not the way you win Super Bowls overall, but that doesn't mean he won't be the better quarterback between Baker and himself. Burrow, great quarterback. I think will have a good career. Baker, good career, a good quarterback as well. Some people think, he's struggled so far, he won't have a good career. There's maybe some who feel that about Burrow. I don't know. For me, I would have to say, as of right now, Baker is in the better position. And, I guess as far as this season, I'm gonna say Baker will have the better year. I could be wrong. Statistics could be just the other way around. The Bengals could be just fine, and the Browns not. So, I may be completely wrong here, but I think Baker may have a better shot at having a better, at least, year this year. Let me know what you think. Baker, Mayfield, Joe Burrow, who would you want? Who would you pick at least because of their situation and what they're in for this year? And who will have the better career as well, overall. All right, let's get into the picks. What a great week we had last week, and, what a great game to start off this week, too. But let's dive in. Get this iPad going here to the picks moving forward. And okay, so the Bengals losing to the Browns 30-35. Browns, great game yesterday. Thursday night football. Sunday morning, Giants, Bears. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Rams at the Eagles. I'm going to stay with the Rams on the road. I'm picking Rams. Falcons, Cowboys at home. I'm going to take the Cowboys at home to win this one. Panthers at the Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Buccaneers at home. 49ers at the Jets. I'm taking the 49ers on the road. I feel like they're that lone team in the division seeking for that win, and the Jets is a team that they could beat up on and maybe gain back a little bit more confidence this week. We'll see for the Niners. Broncos at the Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers at home. Both these teams here last week were in kind of close games, but Steelers at home, I like their chances at home and the leadership more so of Roethlisberger. Feel more comfortable taking the Steelers here. Jaguars at the Titans. Jaguars had a great week last week. So did the Titans. However, they had a little struggle with their kicker. But the Titans have a great defense, and that game plan is for them to have that great defense, to have that great run game. Tannehill do the job when he needs to do the job. And so if the kicker can start getting Stephen Gostkowski, if he can start getting these kicks in there like he's always have. He had one bad game last week, in the offseason having to do some stuff. So I understand what he's gone through and where he's trying to get back to, and, that can get in your head. But I hope it's not like Adam Vinatieri last year where it, continues for weeks and then finally, levels out a little bit better. I hope that's not the case. I hope he's figured it out. If so, and I believe so, because I like Stephen Gostkowski and the Titans, I'm picking the Titans to win this game because of their defense, because of their kicker, because of that run game, because Tannehill has a great supporting cast and can get the job done because of that. Taking the Titans. Lions at the Packers. I am taking the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, such a great quarterback. Got a great offense, great defense as well. You got to like the Packers in this one at home. Bills at the Dolphins. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm taking the Dolphins at home. And actually, even though I am a Dolphins fan, this is the upset game of the week. I'm saying, this is my upset. I think the Bills are favored in this by a lot of people probably. So for me, this is an upset. And the Dolphins will upset the Bills. Dolphins at home. Vikings on the road against the Colts. I'm taking the Vikings. Colts will probably go 0-2 here. You gotta like Kirk Cousins and this Vikings football team. The Washington football team against the Cardinals. The Cardinals at home. I'll take the Cardinals at home. Ravens at the Texans. I'm gonna take the Ravens on the road. Sunday afternoon. Chiefs and the Chargers. Chargers at home. I'm going to take the Chiefs on the road against the Chargers. I'm taking the Chiefs in this one. Patriots at the Seahawks. This is going to be a good game. Sunday night football. Patriots at the Seahawks. I'm taking the Hawks. Belichick trying to get into Russell Wilson's head, and the Seahawks said, he's the most underrated quarterback in the league. Russell, come out there and do like you did last week, but do it to the Pats, and do it like you should have done in that Super Bowl years ago, and do it good, my man. Taking the Seahawks in this one over the Patriots. Remember, I'm a Dolphins fan, so if that sounded so personal, that's why. And then last but not least, my wife's favorite team, the Raiders, on Monday Night Football. The Raiders. The Saints on the road in Las Vegas. I hope the game's in Las Vegas. Should be now. Their first game in this new stadium. Can't wait to see it and what it's going to be like. Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Raiders over the Saints. And that is it for week 2. We'll see how it plays out. We are a little over 13 minutes in, so I am going to ask you to like, subscribe, share. Jay White II, this just in. I'm out.